He doesn't even notice the chickens there. Well, this has all been at this alligator place. Oh my goodness, there's Katrina's water line. This whole place was very deep. Wow. It's all chicken they feed to the alligators, I guess. Must cost them a pretty penny. Yeah.
Have y'all got to do something?
Yeah.
He's my buddy. I'm trying to get him to get courage enough to reach down there and pet him there because Stumpy here's his head. I can reach right down there, right face to face, and pet him on his nose. He doesn't even try to reach up and grab him. We got an agreement. I give him all the marshmallows he can eat. He don't bite. I'll stick some
How
eye
did
in the
you
bar.
start with marshmallows?
Well, they found out from some other places like this down in Florida that because the color white sticks out so much on the board, they can see it. When the marshmallow hits the water, it sends its ripples across the water. Well, that's information getting sent to that alligator. Hey, something's in the water that might be edible.
And they float.
And then it floats. See, they can feel the slightest vibration, whether in the land or in the water, up to 150 yards away. So they got little black dots all over their heads. You have to look real close to see them. Those are called nerve endings. And that's how they feel the vibration. Which, if y'all want me to, I'll pull out squirts out there and let you pet them if you want to touch them. You want to pet one?
Yeah.
One more question. Do they have ears? I've noticed a little square thing on the top of their head. Is that their ears on the side? So they
got like little slits up there.
Yeah.
That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it's fixed to where it can seal off when it goes underwater so the water doesn't rush in
We're watching this little
there.
mouse.
Same way in the back of their throats. When they go underwater, they got a flap in the back of their throat that they can close to keep water from rushing through their lungs.
Then close their nose.
And then they close their nose. They got little inner eyelids that they close over their eyes. It's like wearing a pair of goggles underwater. So they got all kind of good features about it. If y'all follow me, I'll walk right in and pull them out real fast.
Where's your umbrella? Did you put it away? Oh, there it is.
Pop back out.
You're welcome.
Getting that out.
Personally, I'd rather just take Bowdy like this all day.
Yeah.
Bring the gators out.
I had to put some cover over my shoulders with a little bit.
How many gators you usually see when you're taking the ride?
April, May is the best month because that's mating season. You'll see between 10 to 15, sometimes 20 gators. You see, alligators are very territorial. In other words, you'll see one, then you gotta go a little ways to see another one. And also, common rule is when you see one gator, there's 4 you're not seeing. You see, some of them just don't like the boat, so they'll go sink on bottom. And they can sit down there for up to 3 hours holding their breath. So you'd be right on top of an alligator for an hour or so, not even know he's underneath the boat.
Down there.
This one here, he's going to be 3 years old into this month. They go 1 year. His name is Squirt. And believe me, there's a reason why they give him the name Squirt.
Yeah.
I done found out a few times.
Now, now this is what I was wondering, and apparently this is true with snakes. If it's a female, it's wider across this back area here.
There's only several ways to tell a male from a female. One is between his back legs, they have what they call a cloaca.
Yeah.
It's a little slit. Males and females both got them.
Oh,
You have to wait till they're 6 years old, and you have to take your finger and stick it inside that slit and feel around.
and that's the
If
only
there's
way.
something in there, it's a male. If it's hollow, it's a female.
No kidding. There's
But
no
right now,
sign
it's
on
too
the
small.
outside.
No, ma'am.
So when they're mating, they have no clue if it's a male or a female, and until after they get to know
6
the
foot.
area.
Good. They put some holes in it, you know. So now all that is a defense to protect himself, open up his mouth like that.
Yeah, it's just kind of. I guess I'll touch him because I say I've touched him.
But they have very sharp teeth at that age. And when they get 6 foot, their teeth actually get hollow and dull. They'll go through about 2,000 to 3,000 teeth in their life.
Really?
They
So you
typically
can
have
tell
about-
how old they are, kind of like by that.
No, you actually tell by how big they get. So like the
Oh.
first 6 years, they grow 40 years until they reach adulthood. After they reach adulthood, then their metabolism slows down to where they just grow an inch a year. So it takes, you get 12, 14 foot, they're pretty old.
Now we were talking to Enid.
Watch this, Mary. See, he won't open his mouth here, but watch this.
They don't like their noses messed with. That's the most sensitive part of their bodies. And as you can see, you can't see down his throat. You can see that flap.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I'll tell you something else he likes too. It helps calm him down.
If you're just
he's
holding
acting
him,
up.
does he, sometimes they come
Messing
down
with his
through your-
nose, now he's out acting all up. They just don't like their noses messed with. I'm gonna put you back. Tell them bye. But
They're cold-blooded, aren't they?
yes, ma'am. They also can you see them little slits. One there. Oh, and there's another one on the other side. Let me put him back. He's acting.
But let
up.
me just see that slit there, if you can.
Okay, if you step back, I'll open the door.
Now the slit is on the bottom of his.
On either side of his bottom jaw, those are gills. That's what helps him stay up underwater for so long. I knew he's gonna act up.
He's just being whatever. Look at him kind of sitting up there cold.
That's because I touched his nose,
They
isn't
don't,
it?
they don't like their noses messed with, I'll tell you. You see, that's one of the first thing they'll do is when you mess with their nose, they want to snap.
Boy, it does remind me of alligator purses.
What that stuff ain't cheap either.
Well, you're not allowed to use them, are you? Or if they.
Alligator farms, yeah, where it's legal. So you gotta have a license to be able to do all that. Otherwise, you just can't go out there and catch any old gator and kill it. And it takes 2 alligators to make 1 pair of boots. And they gotta be the same size gators. Because if not, the color pattern is not gonna match up.
Wow.
So during mating season, can you watch? How do you know? How do you can watch this happen, or like
No, because
cows
when they mate, they kind of underwater. And they have to do it in deep water because they have to mate stomach to stomach. So in shallow water like this is too shallow for them to mate. It's only like about a foot, foot and a half deep.
Well, so where did they don't mate here then? Because none of your water's deep enough.
Yeah, out there in that canal by the railroad bridge, it's about 20, 25 foot deep.
Oh, okay. So that's where they go to mate.
Then that main canal, probably anywhere from 6 foot to 12 foot deep. When you got in the Mouter Pond, it's inches to maybe 2 foot deep in the deepest part. So they'll mainly, like you said, go to that main canal to mate. April, May, I tell you what, crazy months around here. Yeah, because see, one male gator will mate with up to 4 females. So they'll have what they call a harem.
How long does this process go on? The mating season?
April and May. And then she'll lay her eggs around the beginning of June, and they will hatch until the end of August. It's about a 3-month incubation period.
So that's where you get real active because you got to go out and find the eggs, right?
We used to, but we haven't done it in a while because the brooders up there out of order right now as far as raising
Oh, you
them.
have to put the eggs in the brooder?
And hatch them, and you have to have, each brooder's got to be a different temperature. There's two different temperatures. If she lays 2 layers of eggs, so we have to have 2 different brooders.
So when you need to make it laser eggs,
Most of the people are all single on their side. Only like 1% moderate snap. They come about maybe 6, 7 days. Oh, if we get them, 98%. We'll still lose a few of them.
60 eggs, Nancy, they have.
60 eggs from one alligator?
Alligator.
Yeah,
All
when
depending
they're
on the size of it. The bigger the gator, the more eggs they can lay. Right now, up in our brooders up there right now, we got one brooder that's got about 42, 43 one-footers, and the other brooder we got about 40-something of 2 to 4 footers. We just ordered them from alligator farms.
So,
So when we
they
go,
have to be,
we save those alligators' lives by doing that.
so would they have to be bigger than this to put them out?
Yeah, they have to be 6 foot.
See, they go from here over to there.
Go.
Did you see them? They're out of the water here now. Because they didn't see my umbrella.
Yeah, I did.
When I showed them my umbrella last time, they all...
This is a brooding.
We got about, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them ready to go.
Now these
But we have to
alligators
wait
won't
for
eat the turtles?
No, ma'am. As long as we keep these gators fed and they don't starve, they won't, see, because the shells are hard to begin with. They can break through them, the bigger
Yeah.
ones can, but they don't even look inviting unless they're starving to death, and we're not going to let these gators starve.
Right.
These in here only need 3, each gator needs 3 to 5 pounds of food a week to be happy.
3 to 5 pounds.
The bigger ones go through about 7 to 10 pounds. So. Then also you can see that alligator snapping turtle down there.
Yeah.
Is that called an alligator snapping turtle?
Yes, ma'am. And
It's got
he's estimated between 100 to 110 years old. Weighs about 75, 80 pounds.
So you have to feed him too.
Oh yeah, he's got to eat them chicken gizzards too.
Oh, he eats the chicken gizzards. You ought to have a chicken
I'll tell you
farm
what,
here.
let me look in the office to make sure there ain't nobody in there.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
Do
then
what you gotta do.
I'll grab a couple packs of gizzards out and we'll get
Oh, okay.
I'm getting hot. You getting hot now? It's starting to steam me up. It's fascinating. Look at how the scales, like the top of the tail is flat.
Yeah,
Till it
look at
gets
that.
to the end, and then they're pointed.
See, now, these guys, they just have to know each other, get to know each other, and then after they know whether they're male or female. Look at this cute little one here, huh, man?
When he was asking about your hearing,
Yeah.
you can hear this. Oh yeah. They heard me break that seal on his gizzards.
Oh, that's what they know.
They're good hearing.
So they're getting excited because they
Oh yeah,
know
they know
that.
they're getting ready to eat.
Oh, incredible. So how about those little turtles? Where are they at now?
They're not putting gizzards over so you got him one.
For the turtle?
And we're gonna make sure we feed him.
Otherwise, what will he do?
That alligator snapping turtle will probably do the same thing that alligators try to do to him if they feed him starved. And you try to take a chunk out of them alligators.
Look at this. This is pretty.
So here you go, snapping. There you go.
They have to turn their heads to eat it. They don't point their noses down.
Go, little one. There you go. We'll do our main feeding show in about another hour.
You done?
That's where it gets scary. I gotta carry this with me.
And what are you doing?
This is called a just-in-case stick.
I knew it, but
Yeah, we get inside the fence at 1 o'clock, keep them by hand, on the bank.
oh really?
Sometimes they tend to get a little close, and I got to put them on their nose, and they back away. Like I said, that nose, man.
And you get in the cage because
Just for the show, yeah, for people. When I first started here, it took a little while before I could finally get enough courage to do all that. It's like getting in there and to do the swim sometime. I was going to throw that pole out, but you can get a better picture of it this time.
well,
I kind of screwed up. I fed it, so I ain't about to start doing that. With my feet, when I get in there barefooted, it kind of look like chicken to them, and I'd rather keep
well,
my
isn't it good to get in there after they've eaten than before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like tomorrow, probably from Wednesday, I'd probably be able to get up in there and it won't bother me. They try to get away from me. Because by then they still digesting all that food. So.
Well, one of those turtles, they don't eat.
Like the gators, you only feed them once a week. Now out there.
Doesn't do it very well because it's so loud.
Boy, they really come in this direction. Look at the flying side. Oh, wait a minute. That's what you're driving. Boy, I wonder if those workers are still on the beach. Remember what the guy said about how people get struck by lightning in Florida all the time? Well, if it ever rains when you're trying to buy something from a fast food place, you can always stick your umbrella out the window. You see, and then at least you can have your window open and crack without getting wet. However, there is a bit of wetness that does go with this, like total saturation, but we won't worry about that. Also, it will break your umbrella and pull it backwards. At least it works better than having the window wide open.
What's the umbrella? Oh man, did you hit the house? Oh, I think you hit the phone.
I hit something. It's probably the curb. I hit the curb with the tire.
I really didn't.
Hello, it's Nancy today. And how are you? How's everything? I have an idea that I wanted to tell you about. Rain chimes. No, sorry, rain chain. Now, a rain chain, if you Google it, a rain chain is, it could be, well, you take your eaves, you've got your eaves trough, you take off the downspout, or if you've broken it and it's gone anyway, you hook a chain up into the eaves, put a stick across, put a chain in, hang it down. And when the rain comes down, it'll come down the spout and it will turn them a little bit, or it'll just trickle down. Okay, so that's the beginning idea, is a rain chain. Now, there are many different things you could do, and I've been racking my brain thinking what to do it out of. Now you could take teacups, and you could do two things. You could hang them by the handle, so they're on an angle. The rain would fill up and spill over into the next one, unless it misses the one below, because if they're right directly underneath each other, you could miss. Another thing is to have little cups that are sitting upright. They'll fill up and spill over all sides and go down, hopefully into the next one. So you could have teacups standing straight up, teacups on an angle. What about a rope or a chain or whatever it is with CDs on it? So you have your CDs flat and they'll spin, and then you get this rainbow effect on your windows or whatever, you'll see this color, and they could stay out there all year, and in the winter you get icicles down on them. Okay, what about plates? Small, not teacup saucers, but little saucer plates. Little plates. And you drill a hole in each one of them, maybe two holes, I guess, one in the top, one in the bottom, and then you chain them together, and then they will rotate a little bit with the wind, and you get your water coming down, splashing against them. Now, amid all this thinking, I also have another idea. What about well, I've got to go. Goodbye. Hello. Okay, now this other thing I was going to tell you about was rain chains. Have I talked about that? I'm sure I must have, because I thought about it. And if I thought about it, I'm sure I talked about it. Because you know almost all the thoughts that go through my mind. How does that make you feel? Rain chains. Now, in order to make a rain chain, if you look at rainchain.com, it's a pricey company that will sell you something that's already made. But I like to make it myself. If you take a stick and you put it inside the gutter, over a hole in the gutter, whether it's the downspout or a leaky gutter that has holes in it, you can make a rain chain you stick a chain up through the hole, put the stick in it, so it's now hanging from the stick, and the stick is in the gutter and the chain is down below. And supposedly the rain will go down the chain. I tried to do it with teacups. I hung them, I used fishing wire. It took me a while to get fishing wire, but I got fishing wire, and it's 30-pound fishing wire, because knowing the way I use stuff, if it's lighter than that, it'll break. Now, people say that fishing wire is stronger than real wire. I can't imagine that's true. Anyway, so I put the fishing wire. That's my second yawn. Maybe I should turn the heat down. Okay, what are we talking about? Not the yawning. I'm talking about the rain chain. Oh, fishing wire. Yes, 30-pound fishing wire. I hung up one of my plates. You know the plates that I have hanging from the birch arbor? It's like a little sound chamber. You can go in there and play a tune on the different sounds of the plates. Of course, I can't, because I can't remember long enough what one sound was when I get to the next few sounds. Now, Willem could probably do it. No problem. That would be fun. Anyway, I'll need to have a drum stick out there. What is a drumstick called? A drumstick. That's it. It's pretty. So I had hung them up with wire, and the wire, because of the motion, the continual rocking motion that the weather does with my plates, especially in the winter, it broke the wire. So I hung one of them up with fishing wire, Now I don't know if the fishing wire is going to be better because the edge of the plate might be a bit sharp. I mean, it is ceramic, and if it rubs against the fishing wire long enough, it'll break the fishing wire. That's my thought. Well, anyway, so I hung one up and we'll see what happens. But then with my rain chain, I also hung up cups, teacups. I hung them from the top of the handle to the bottom of the handle of the cup up hanging above it. And I did that for about 5 cups. And now the fishing wire hangs straight. And the cups are rotating outside of the fishing wire. So because the fishing wire is straight and it's being held tight, none of the top of the cups are going to cross that point, that line. Now that line is where the water is going to come down, which means that if the tops of the cups are never going to cross that fishing wire, then there's not going to be water going into the cups. Then I just have cups hanging. And they're all at different angles, and they're on different planes around the... This is pretty too. They're on different planes around the fishing wire, the fishing line. So that's going to take some more thought. So hanging them from fishing wire isn't really going to work. I'd need to put them with holes through them and hang. See, if I tied a knot, some of these teacups have a little foot, a little lip that heads out. If I tied around that and then went up through the hole, if I have a hole in the bottom of the cup, to the bottom of the next one. But you see, still, the fishing line is going to be straight. And everything is going to be at an angle around it. So if I have fishing line around the bottom and then going through, I have to have it coming from a few sides of that circle to go into the middle and up to the next one. Otherwise they're all going to be on an angle. Did that make any sense? I don't know, it made a little sense to me. But you had to be there. And that was all in there, and it's kind of dark in there. I don't know if you want to go in there. Now, there are other ideas for rain chains. For instance, what about, now I have another thought, which is interrupting this previous thought, but as you know, I have to go with this new thought because otherwise it will be gone. So here we go with the new thought. I have window boxes on the windows, in front of the windows on the outside. Obviously, that's where they are. That's all very redundant to say that whole thing. However, I have a curve in the road here. What was I talking about? Window boxes. Okay, the window boxes are under the eaves. Therefore, they get no water. They never get rained on. They're dry as a bone. It might rain for a month solid, and the plants that are in those window boxes will be dead. Do I think of watering the window boxes when it rains? No, I don't. So, I was thinking if I could get the water to come from the eave and into the window box. So there's a little hole there, so I hung a strap, a well-woven strap, from the eave into the window box. But I looked in the window box after it rained, and well, I don't think the strap was really anchored in the window box, so it actually was straight, so that was not a good test. So I have to anchor the strap into the window box. It turned out to be too short once I had the whole thing done. Look at that line down my face. That's because the sun is right behind the pillar of my car edge window. Corner of the car. Did you know windows have corners? I mean, cars have corners on the box on top. Alright, it's a little too sunny for me. Okay, so now another idea, which is a really fabulous idea. I know you want to know what the idea is. Well, how about to bring the water from the straight line that it's falling from the eaves into the window box? What about a water wheel? Yes, a water wheel. What do you think? Now, a water wheel would be made up of now, first of all, you're going to have, what should I tell you first? You're going to have a circle, like a solid round block of wood, like a wheel, perhaps, like just a round block of wood, disc. And to that disc, I could screw teacups. But now that disc, the center of the disc is going to have to hang, or beyond the center of the disc is going to have to hang the wheel. So you have your line of water dropping down from the eaves. And if it hits the center, it's not going to go anywhere. So you have to have it a little further away from your window box so that it's now going to fall into the teacups and make them turn around. You see, the idea is that it's going to fill up a teacup, make it turn over, and it'll bring it down and dump it into your window box. Okay, now the next part. The size of your disc is going to have to be twice the distance from the center of your window box to your line of water. Because you're working with a circle, you see the radius, which is going to be the line, the place where the water hits, to the edge of the disc, is going to need to be over your window box. Otherwise, it's going to dump the water on the floor. Now, in my case, my window box is about a foot, or maybe not quite a foot, from the edge of from the drip on under the eaves. So my wheel, my disc, has got to be twice that width. So I might need to have a 2-foot wide disc hanging there. And how do you hang a disc? Well, see, you're going to have to support it. It's going to have to be standing on the ground, I believe. So you're going to have a hole in the middle of your disc with an axle going through it. Now, there's many ideas. You know, you could use a pulley. What if you hang your disc with fishing wire? Well, then your cups are going to stick out beyond your disc and it's not going to turn. Okay, so we've got to have an axle sticking out. Well, you could hang the axle from the window box, the eaves, but it's going to be hanging right from your drippy eave. It's going to be too heavy. You're going to have this huge piece of wood and all these teacups. So you're going to need to support it. So you have an axle going through your disc. And so then you just have to make legs for your axle on both sides. I guess you could make a tripod. You could put it in a tripod like you would for a rotisserie. If you're going to rotisserie over a campfire, you take 2 tripods and then you hang it across them. So you can make, that's it, you take 2 tripods and you have a rod going across your tripod. The rod goes through your disc. On the outside of your disc are teacups screwed on. They've got holes in the bottom. You make your holes with a diamond drill bit. This diamond will go through. And they only cost $8 at Lee Valley in Ottawa. They cost $18 in Canadian Tire. That might be why some people refer to it as crappy tire. But I don't, because it's a good store that has everything I ever want. It's like Sears used to be before Sears became focused on one thing. And then it became very expensive. And then it was bought by the Bay, which is also very expensive. Did you know the Hudson's Bay Company was the first company in Canada? Do you realize that corporate enterprise was in Canada before people? Well, not before all people, before it was populated. And there had to be somebody coming over here trapping the beaver, which were then sold through the Hudson Bay Company. That's what the Hudson Bay Company was. It was a beaver, an outlet for the beaver pelts shipped back to Europe. Anyway, I'm not really into corporate enterprise. Not me. I know that the corporate stuff buys people jobs, pays jobs, and that's why people like corporations, because they hire people and then everybody's got a livelihood. However, I really like living off the land, doing what the Indians did. If the Indians did it, I could do it. Of course, I need my dump to help me out in that respect. That's where I get all my teacups from. Okay, so back here at our rain chain. Now, if you're going to have these two tripods, which are going to hold up this, now you have this great, huge contraption. Now, it has to be above your window box, which means it's going to be in front of your window. Unless your window box is to the side, goes beyond the distance of the window. So you're going to have to look at this great big disc with teacups on it, rotating around it, which will be there whenever it's not raining as well, unless you want to run outside and move it in front of the window whenever it's going to rain. But you have to make sure that you're putting it in exactly the right location, because otherwise the rain is going to hit it and not hit in, not spin them. And when it's raining, it's rather wet outside, and it's really not the kind of time that you feel like being outside working on adjusting this thing. You gotta keep that in mind. Now, I'm sure that a lot of you are much better at these things than I am. Much more, whatever. Now, on the other hand, what if you were to take a disc that was very wide and then you were to cut big holes in the disc so that they filled with water? We have something in the road. What is it? It is a porcupine. I don't know if you got to see that or not. People say mean things about me harvesting porcupines for their quills. The porcupines are already dead on the road. I'm just making their life not totally worth nothing at this point. I'm making their death mean something too. I'm not killing porcupines. I don't know where we got off on that. Anyway, this is the rain chain video. Now, there are other kinds of rain chains, but I think we'll get into that in another video, don't you? I don't know how long I've been talking. Maybe a long time. Goodbye. Hello. This is part 2 of rain chains. Rain change and sundry topics that I might get off onto. Now, if you go to rainchain.com, I'm advertising for this company, which is way overpriced. It's probably not that overpriced when you consider what had to go through it to make these things. Okay, so they've used copper, and they've made funnels, copper funnels. And they're in a line, hanging. And so the rain goes into the first copper funnel, and because of the nature of the funnel, and because the whole thing is not held firm, it's moving slightly when the rain hits it. So it doesn't just go straight through the hole, through the hole, through the hole. It's hitting the side, and so it's spinning around. The water is a bit. And then when the water comes out of the hole, it's still spinning around a bit. So you have it hitting your next one on a bit of an angle. Okay, so now if you put a string around the top of your funnel, say you were to do this with plastic funnels. What if you made funnels out of birch bark? Ha! There's a thought. Birch bark is waterproof. What if you made funnels out of birch bark? And you could just use, I'm thinking of the quick and easy way to do it without having to go to all the work of cutting them and sewing them so that they become perfect funnels. What if you just, used a clothespin? You squeeze the bark in such a way and then you clothespin it. You can't clothespin it at the bottom, you could, but the clothespin is going to send the water off at an angle. Trying to get the water to follow something like that strap I had into the window box, it doesn't necessarily do it. However, if you reach up and touch the hole with your hand or your finger, you can be absolutely sure that it's going to go all the way up your sleeve, down your arm, and all the way down inside of your clothes. I mean, you'll really be wet from such a thing. So, water does follow paths. If you give it a path, it should follow it somewhat. Okay, so that's one idea, is making funnels out of birch bark and then hanging them one on top of each other, so that they are going to be in a straight line. Because once again, if you try and hang them all on one side with fishing wire, the fishing wire is going to be what's there, and the things are going to be over to the side. That's right. And that's the truth. They had other rain chains. Like, you could use chain from the hardware store. You could use a chain from an old lamp. You know, sometimes they hide the wire in a chain. It's quite a good idea, using a chain to hide the wire so you can drape it across the room. So those chains are free if you could find them at the dump or something. All right, and then I'm going too fast. 40 kilometers an hour is only 25 miles an hour. And I don't think my cruise control works at 40. Oh yeah, look at that, it is. It's working. Good. That'll keep me from pushing the pedal. Okay, so another idea. They had anything that will hold water, whether it's, like even a copper leaf. You could have a copper leaf it's all it's hitting at one side and draining to the other side, hitting then at the outside of the leaf and draining to the stem on the next one, and vice versa. So you'd have to have them fixed at both ends so that they're not going to rotate independently of each other and leave you with water that isn't hitting anything. I like the idea of copper leaves. I would love to work with copper. I've always wanted to do that. Make a beautiful copper fountain or something. A fountain. You still need a pump, but you have the water. What are other rain chain ideas? I have these little things that I got for Christmas. It's a little string, and on it are little Christmas trees. I have a few of those. They're not always all Christmas trees, but I would hang them and then clothespin Christmas cards to them. Or you can hang them sideways, horizontally, and hang your cards on them. But I took one the other day and I hung it from the drip in the eaves, and it hasn't rained yet, so I'm not sure if it's going to work yet, but it would go down the string, hit the little Christmas tree, go all over the Christmas tree, and then go to the next, go back down the string, I think. Maybe not. All right, kitty, you have to get out of the road. All right, well, I'm picking somebody up, so I guess I have to get off of the phone. Get off of the, whatever this thing is. Camera. What time is it? 10 after 9. Not bad. All right, well, I'll talk to you later. But I really like talking about these rain chains. Bye.
Good morning, it's Nancy today. Well, I made this rain chain. I made it out of teacups. It's just started to rain again. You see, it's following, it's going straight like this wire. And only when the top one rotates so that it's falling over another one. Oh, there it comes. It's coming down harder now. Now as that one rotates, it'll catch the drip. There we go. But notice the drip is over here. This bottom one is useless because it is tipped. You see the wires, there's nothing holding on the bottom of it to hold it sort of upright. Well, what do you say about this rain chain? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it gets about a 1. Well, now wait a minute. It does hang, so that's a 1. It does catch some water. The top cup catches water, so that makes it a 2. And it does catch water into the, into the next one. That looks pretty good. So that gets it about a 3. Now what about this one? It misses that one. And this one gets a little bit, so that's about a 4. Nothing happens to that one. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 4. I didn't realize there was one up there that we weren't being able to see. I have a cold. This is September 21st. So, now what have I learned from this? Learned that, first of all, if you expect it to go into the one below, but it's got to rotate around it like that, it's got to be a bigger one down below. But they're still going to rotate on that line. That line where the fishing, whatever it is. Let's see, it does work in the way that it hits in and then drips back on the bottom. Now maybe if I had something like it, the way to do it, of course, is to put them in a line with a hole in the center of each. But this next one is not working at all. You see the real drip seems to be over. Oh, there's another drip over here which we could tackle. Now, another one I did is over here. And you see, I hung a piece of a strap down there. I thought if I hung the strap down and then had the strap going into the window box, perhaps it would do that. But instead, the water has now moved over. And so it doesn't go in the strap at all. What do you think of that? You can see that this is going to be a real perfecting kind of a thing. It works very well for the top one. Get those lovely raindrops on the window. What are they reflecting? Something brown and something gray. The brown, I would think, is the leaves, because that is the color of the leaves. And the gray, I would think, might be the sky at the moment, or the white there would be the sky. They're beautiful, aren't they? When I look at them individually, when I look at them together, which is something that makes me not be able to see out the window. Oh, my camera's up so dirty. Let's clean your eyes up. Still dirty. Oh well. I like that. Only it makes me feel like I'm gonna get soaked. Seeing it splash all over like that. Total chaos. A real ADDer's dream. Can you see it running down the side of the cup? It is down the side of the cup. Is it coming from the back? Is it running down the handle? I'm seeing it stripping into another cup behind there, but can't see it. There we go. See, there's not much. The top one gets a lot, and then it splashes so much of it away. And then this one is hanging the wrong direction, so it misses it off. Now, how could I hang it the right direction? Well, it looks like it's rotating very slowly. But notice the drip is completely passing it. Alright, well that's the rain chain situation at the moment. I think I'm going to put another one over here. Where there's a drip there. Oh, I can't see the drip. Here it is somewhere. So I shall do that. I have to move that rope over. That didn't work at all. Okay, well, goodbye. Hi, we're in my teepee. It's raining out. But I put plastic over it. Put plastic, I think the plastic comes down to there. And then it goes all the way around. You see it here? And it ends here. So, I guess about half of the teepee doesn't get water in from the top anymore. I need to do another one from here, going around to here. And you see I have this lovely lamp. I can stand right under this lamp and I won't get wet. But now below this plastic, which goes around, there's an opening right there. See, the plastic is there and there's the hole. So I need to fix that up. And then there's another hole above here. And then this whole window here is missing. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's the window there. That's the top frame. There's nothing above it but plastic. There's the space, the window frame, and the glass broke. So that is an empty spot right there. There's also a gap right there. See, there's a window on the other side. See, it goes this way. But then this is a gap. And right here we have another gap. And then up here we have another gap. And up there we have another gap. This side is dry, but this side's getting rained on. And that's getting rained on. I can hear something dropping there. Oh, this board is getting dripped on. I love my teepee. I just had to come in here and see if there was a problem. It is better. See, I had to take down a bunch of windows because they weren't up there well enough. They were falling apart. See the flowers? I have flowers on every pole. And then I have balls hanging. Isn't this a fabulous ball? See, it's got that stuff in the center. And then there's this one. And this one. And that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. Oh, it's cold right here. And that one. Let's see, there's this one. And 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 then I also have, for when the wind is going up, we have chimes. Another chimes. This one is a metal chimes. And this is another one. A big one here and a small one there. That's a mirror up there. See? Hi. Alright, and now I also have some of these lights. See, isn't this a cool light? It doesn't have electricity to it. There's one here, a Tiffany lamp. And up here is another Tiffany lamp. Aren't they gorgeous? I just love lights. And there's another one. 3 Tiffany lamps. And then, as if that weren't enough, we have these ceramic what are they called? I use stained glass, and oh my, it's missing a glass. See? Got a little keychain of a deer hide keychain on it. And then it's ceramic or something, I don't know what it's called. Mosaic. Here, there's the front. There's one. There are 3. And here's another small one. I made these with a styrofoam ball and pieces of broken stained glass. And the third one is up here. Got this cord in front of me. There, oops. There. Isn't that nice? And that's not all. Nancy has to be, what is it Willem calls me? Large scale Nancy. Okay, so then on every thing we also have a teacup and saucer. I find it's nice to have things to look at because it gives your mind something to do. Hey, what is this down here for? Oh my word. This is broken. Oh dear. Well, what is that from? Did I do that when I went out there and... Huh. Wow, that's not good. Doesn't really look like anything was holding on to it though, does it? How important can it be? Oh well. So we'll pass that and we'll go around and see the rest of the teacups. I think there was one behind here, but it got broken. Ooh, I feel wind. Windy, windy. Okay, here's one. And I guess this one suffered a casualty. Well, I guess I don't have any on those. There's one here. Alrighty then, now you've seen it all. This is a bit concerning. I know what happened. Yeah, I was on that window for a long time. And this is actually two. I had reinforced it by putting, maybe not see that one, but there's one up there, and then there's this one. The lights don't work up there. And all this clay is drying out enough so that I can reclaim it, but at the moment it's very gooey. Since it's been very rainy lately. Well, that was our little adventure in the teepee. Bye. Good morning, it's me. No hat. They're up there somewhere. Anyway, I have to show you this. Now, I've been making rain chains. You know that, right? I have various rain chains out there. Well, I found in the stores at Halloween time, well, it was still in September, I think, but I got a chain. I'll show it to you. And I hung it up, and it was $5 chain. It weighs almost nothing. It looks like a very big, heavy metal chain, but it works so nicely. Now, let's zoom in on this. And see how dark it is? Now, this is just a plastic chain. And look at how lovely it is with the rain. Now, it's not raining right now, but obviously when it is raining, maybe it is starting to rain again. Isn't that pretty? And so I have it attached. It's at this big end there. I have it tied where the eave has a hole in it. And although it doesn't seem to go around the edges of the chain, it just looks so pretty with it going right through the centers. You want to see this teacup here? Isn't this fabulous? It's held by a piece of fish wire. There's the fish wire. And I wrapped my piece of and I hung it from there. It's a piece of orange peel. And these are all the... I gave up putting these in the window boxes because they just don't live very well out there. Okay, that's it. Oh, you want to see the other ones? Well, see, this is the other chain. I bought this real chain. And I must not have it in a best place because and not a lot happens on it. Of course, it's not raining much. Now this is the other one. Go around all these. See, they completely miss it. Let's see if I can raise it up over there. What is that green thing there? Oh, that's a fly swatter. So we can therefore see, and thus we can see. Look, it's raining more. It really looks pretty, I find. To sit here in my chair and watch that. It makes the rain interesting. You know, otherwise I would think, oh, it's kind of a yucky blah day. I mean, really, look at the day. It is kind of yucky and blah out there. But this rain chain makes it really pretty. Now, the trouble with doing rain chains is you have to find out where it's dripping when it's not raining. I mean, when it is raining. So the only way to work on these is to go out in the rain and somehow mark or remember where it's leaking in the. I mean, some people you could just tell because you could see a hole, but not me. So now I'm curious what's going to happen when these become the icicles in the winter. Will they break the eaves? Often we get icicles that go all the way to the ground anyway. Maybe we have an insulation problem. We have a pretty good slope in our roof, though. I guess that's the angle of the slope. Anyway, so it makes me want to go outside and find out how we're doing. See if there's more spots. You want to come? Let's go do this. We shall do this together. 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 Now then, I have in my possession a few hats that will keep the rain off. The Dutch wear rain hats and rain jackets. Oopsie. He never put it in the freezer. How did he expect them to last if he didn't put them in the freezer? People. I'm almost ready. Now let's try and keep you dry. See, that's what he didn't put in the freezer. And they were frozen, and they still are frozen a bit. We have to open them up. Hold everything. I don't usually buy stuff like this. But
My son has gotten so picky. He's hungry, but he won't eat anything I make. No, I don't want that. I want something else. No, no. I don't want that. There we go. Now he'll be happy 20 times, only he'll probably eat them. Okay, now. Here we go, out into the rain. Do not get wet. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. Oh, I should have taken those in. Darn it. Dawn. Okay. That's a good place for a real chain. I have to remove this because I don't like seeing it. Of course, when you touch it and it's got rain on it, it's going to go right up your sleeve. There. Here is another one that could be made into a rain chain right there. And then, of course, here at the end. Humph. Okay, that's it. Bye.
Hello, it's me. How are you? No, I don't have a hat on. They're up there. Do you really need me to get a hat on? Well, I don't feel like it. But I do need to talk to you. I've been really bummed out lately. It's really drab out there. You want to see how drab it is? I mean, there's this awesome rain chain. But look at that sky. And over there, look at that sky. It is October the 15th. It's pretty yucky outside. And I was feeling pretty, I'm going to light the fire while we talk. I'll put it right there. Is that okay? There. Okay. I was feeling like not getting out of bed. Like, yuck. It's another gross day. I'm here all by myself all day long. All my projects that I want to work on, I don't really want to work on. It's cold and damp. And so then I remembered that when I make videos, I'm happy. So I decided that today I would get out my camera and I would make some videos. Now, probably to you it looks like I make videos every single day. But in reality, I don't think I've made any videos much since we went crabbing, since being in Georgia, or actually that was in Mississippi. I haven't been making many videos since then at all. I don't think. Anyway, so I decided that the way to be happy when I start talking to you guys, just cut my arm. When I start talking to y'all, then I feel happy. Because I share things and it makes you guys feel happy too. Now look at how lovely and bright this fire is. Isn't that just beautiful as can be? I close the door to make it really shove the air in there and make it hot. I don't use kindling. But when it's so dreary out there, that's one of the reasons I have all these shelves in front of the windows and the plants on the inside, so that I can't see how dreary it is. But look at how beautiful and bright the fire is. Isn't that lovely? Anyway, I decided that if I bring you with me, then I'm not alone anymore. I get a little embarrassed showing everybody all my messes, because I do have a lot of messes. Some people say I'm a hoarder. I don't think I'm a hoarder. I think I use what I've got. Now, granted, I do have this large mug collection, but those are each attached to a memory, which is important for me because as I age, my memories start, and then there's the hats. I don't think I'm a hoarder of hats since I wear them all. The baskets, well, the baskets are examples. Some of them I've made, and some are, like I've made that one. But some of those other ones, and I made that one up there, some of them are just examples to help me. But these I've made. And then over there, well, there's baskets around. I just made that one the other day. Actually, Anchor had started it and didn't finish it, and I finished it. Now having a fire will help warm everything up. So, want to see what I've done today? Well, I changed the sheets. Ta-da! I put our heads up here because sometimes the cold air falls down on us. I need to finish the trim around this window. Look at that ugly day. Isn't that just horrible? Oh well, there must be beauty in it. It would make a lovely dreary picture if I painted it. If I needed a dreary picture. I have a mess out here. This is where I was making soap. I need to fill up all these bird feeders. The birds have been waiting patiently. Oh, I planted some geraniums out there. You see here? I got them for $1.99 because they look dead. But notice, they are flowering. One of the last things to have flowers. Planted them along there, kind of in between the hostas. I find that the geraniums lay down and don't look as tight as they do when you first buy them. And I thought maybe if I planted them between the hostas would knit together and hold them up. A little bit. They're not right between them, they're in front of them. Look at my painting, it fell down. Maybe I need to have a hook here for it. I painted this painting once upon a time. I did. What a mess. My candles are quite a mess. Definitely not an appropriate size thing for them. Candles make a big mess. I guess it's important to put something under them. I'm not really a candle burner myself, so I don't know a lot about these things. These are all hats that have not yet been readied, not been decorated. Oh well. I have a lot to do in here. Don't think you really need to see how big a mess it is. Look, and I've been working on this. This is my weaving. I think my hibiscus does not like it in that corner. You know, I haven't played the violin in a very long time. Look at those ornamental grasses out there. You really hear the rain coming down. Ticka 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 ticka. I like this mug. If at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence that you tried. That's totally the opposite of me, isn't it? I once was in Mexico and I went past a lake that had flamingos standing in it. Oh well, I guess the fire's sort of going. I should tend it a little more. Goodbye. Okay, so we've got that up. Well, I'm not sure what to do about all that. I guess we should tie these in juntos. We should tie them together. Hey, you know what? Okay, we'll do it. Look at this little bug here. He looks like he's a piece of snow. Where'd he go? It's hard to find him all the time. Okay. I know you're tired. I know you're tired. Okay, we'll just see if we can get this side done. Now we can use our bulrushes. Oops. Well, I don't know what to tie. I think it's fine. Danger, danger. Okay. It's gonna be okay. I know because I said so. Okay, that's all for now. Ta-ta. Hi guys, it's me again. I know you're probably so tired of hearing from me. I never did fix up my hair today. This is how I brush my hair.
Okay, but how can I get back on in mine? Under me?
Well, I don't know. You sign in.
Where do you sign in though?
Oh, it says finish signing out.
I know, so
Try clearing all of your browser cookies and close all internet windows? Good grief.
you don't want to do that.
Sorry, didn't mean to. This is Mary Jane. You know Mary Jane, right?
Hey guys, how are you?
You know her as MJ.
My hair is getting longer.
Oh, wait, but this is zoomed in. I have to zoom out so she can
See,
There's her hair.
it's
See?
actually getting a little bit normal.
She got it chopped. What's that called? They call it
The buzz.
mop chopped.
Yeah, I totally. Well, if you remember the videos from the summer when we were swimming in Silver Lake, that's when it was really short.
The one where we were swimming at the river in the rapids.
Oh yeah, that was such amazing timing, eh? That those people
Yeah.
came in the rafts. Like,
Yeah,
that was awesome.
it was cool. You want to see Mary Jane's teacups? Is it okay if I film your teacups?
Of course.
See, look at these teacups. Her house is not like my house. She has everything really nicely done, like just so. See, she's got window treatments.
Hey, those are my $10 curtains.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the Goodbye store in Buckhorn.
Buckhorn. Where's
Yeah.
Buckhorn?
Buckhorn is an hour and 3 minutes from me. Northeast of here. More east than north.
Anyway, I was going to show you her delightful china cabinet. Look at these beautiful, beautiful.
Well,
Cups and
the pink
saucers.
stuff at the top is my grandmother's.
I wasn't showing them that. I was showing them the ones that I covet.
Oh, what's wrong?
These beautiful. I shouldn't covet. It's wrong.
You can have them.
What?
Well, my parents would flip out, but I'll give them to you when they die.
Now, this video cannot be watched by MJ's parents.
I like them.
Especially because I would probably want to make rain chains with them.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Why is the internet not working?
Oh, because we're downstairs. It only works in the upper corner of the upper.
No, it'll work in the kitchen probably. It's still in the kitchen.
I see, because I was
We have Wi-Fi. Like we have
Wi-Fi.
wireless.
Yeah,
Like-
but I'm not hooked up to yours. I had to take the neighbors. Shh.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I only got a little tiny bit of it, but it was enough to check my email.
Well, so where is it? Right here, right? So
Yeah.
it's not.
No, it's the next one over. It's the red. It's where it says it's not working.
You should be able to hook up to ours.
Yeah, maybe when somebody can. No, here you have to click on the red X a couple times.
This one here,
Yeah, just click on it. Click the other side.
the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Huh. Well, it's not working. At least I don't know how to do it. Now, if you think about my house is filled with messes and junk. Look at, for instance, at her beautiful grand piano. Now, I might be able to buy this grand piano, baby grand, for my Willem one day. But look at that floor. See that? There's nothing on it. Look at that.
Except for dust.
And look at this. This is a set of furniture that they got from a yard sale next door. And it's just everything. It's very bald here.
The hairless living room.
That's right. But see, there's my spot. You see my spot. As soon as I arrive, along comes the junk. See, but all the way across. Look at how that floor shines. Ooh, that is so cool. She has this real talent. For, we're going to make waffles, and you get to come. Oh. Yes, you do. But you can't look at how she doesn't feel like she looks good enough for the world to see.
That's okay. You've seen me before. So.
See, I got my birch bark book here.
Ouch.
A pretty cool book. Okay, away we go. There go the slippers.
Show them my beautiful picture of the Savior.
This is her beautiful picture of the Savior.
Boy. The expression on his face. Oh, here it is. I knew exactly. Aha. See that? You're right, Nancy.
I'm right.
Yeah.
Whenever you lose something, when you find it, put it in the first place you looked.
That's such an amazing. I'm going to see how close your recipe is to this.
1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon. Oh yeah, it's a yucky looking day outside. Can't be your windows are dirty.
Oh yeah, they probably are. I should get you on that because you're good.
Get me right on that. Look
You're
at
good
this.
at cleaning windows.
Look at how bald this curio cabinet is. Look at that. Nothing out of place. Oh, except there's a pill bottle. I bet that's out of place.
No, it's not.
That's where it lives. Iron supplement. Look at this. This whole place is just about as bald as it gets. Even the dishes. I mean, even having dishes that are not done. Hey, these are those stone. Is that what this is called?
Yeah.
Stoneware?
Pampered chef.
Yeah.
Pampered chef.
Pampered chef.
Oh dear. Okay, so well, this one here says 1 3/4 cups all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons sugar, 1 tablespoon baking powder, which I don't have any baking powder. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and get some.
Go downstairs to the store.
Yeah.
You see, she also has her year's supply of food because she's a good Mormon.
I don't know if I have it in years supply.
But she doesn't keep hers all in the kitchen.
It's I have a cold cellar, so.
I need a cold cellar.
Oh, I have a bit, but I don't think.
That's your baking powder?
Yeah, this is my container. It's
You
huge, right?
you use a
Come
lot
with me,
of
come
baking.
with me. Well, no, it's just because I should have a smaller one, but I just don't. I'm gonna throw this out. Oops.
Waste not, want not. Use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without.
Someday I'll wish I hadn't thrown that out, right?
Right, and there it'll be, gone to China.
Okay, let's go down.
I have to have a drink of water first. What?
Oh, yeah, drink water. Yeah, this is where it gets messy.
Look, we're gonna find a mess. A real mess.
I haven't looked in my.
This is how you walk down the stairs when your Achilles heel has been wrecked.
Yes. I have a mess in my sewing room. You could show them that.
Wow, then I'd feel right at home. Look, it is a mess. Oh my word. Wait a minute, we have to look at the food storage place first. Hey, you got spiders down here. I guess you haven't been down here to take care of them.
No, I don't care about my spiders down here. Where is my salt? I don't know where my baking soda is.
So you have to have all the essentials in your food storage, like cherries, mayonnaise, vinaigrette dressing.
This is flour that I didn't even know that was here. Or that looks like milk powder.
Taste it.
Here, I'll let you taste it. You'll be able to tell better.
Yeah, right.
Oh, maybe that's my baking soda.
It's flour. Good old white flour.
I don't know what I do with my baking soda. Maybe I don't have any left. I mean, baking powder. I thought I had some.
You must have a 5-gallon container of it.
No way.
That'll keep you alive for a long time.
It's probably one of the smaller ones. I don't know where it is. Shoot, I don't have baking powder. Oh wait, what's that? What are these ones? Soybeans. Citrus. Oh, where my baking powder is. It's not very organized, is it?
Well, it looks pretty organized to me. What do you think, guys? There's no molasses spilled on the shelves, dripping down.
I don't know. I don't know where my baking
I guess you'd like to have soup.
I'll just go buy some at the store. But I won't. I'll just, can you use
Now you're going to regret having thrown that in the garbage.
Oh, yeah. No, someday came very quick. I don't know where it is. But can you use baking soda instead of baking powder?
If you use baking soda and cream of tartar,
I think I have cream of tartar.
that makes, wait a minute, great baking soda and cream of tartar equals baking powder.
Okay, well then.
It's a good thing I'm here. Or you could just get it back out of where you threw it.
Well, you can't. It's like, no, there's no way.
You shouldn't have done that. Oh look, I could eat a grape. Hey, you want to see the hammock I made for her?
You can see one of them. I see that cream of tartar. Hey,
Hey, Nancy.
you. I couldn't sleep.
Look at that, a return missionary.
Yeah.
Wow. Here, we're on the tube. Is that all right? Did you have anybody you want to say hi to? It's okay. You just woke up.
Really? Yeah.
We're gonna go now. Bye. Okay, so you must be on because I heard it beep. So let's go outside and get some stuff organized. Jesus is the Christ. He lives. He lives who once was dead. He watches over us all. Okay. Clutter management. What a lot of work. Okay. Both my sheep fell down. We had a huge wind the other day, I guess. It took a whole bunch of my plastic off of the teepee. It knocked this down. This was supposed to be for my router. Okay, now I was gonna put this on instead. Look at all these little. What are these? That's all bird poop. The birds have been sitting there. I don't think they were here at our house. They must have been at the dump. This was my half a bird. Half a bird, half a bird, half a bird on. There. Okay, now. This is frozen. I'm not gonna fix this. This is a job for next year. Okay. And this goes here to keep it from falling down. And this is the one I'm going to put up next year. But you know what? Ugh. Of course, if I put it up, then I'll have to be looking through the screens. I think this is going to be... Well, I don't know what to do with it now. Look at that. Okay, so this is not going to work for this here. These are the screens for the sunroom. Okay, I don't want that to blow away. Okay, decluttering. Well, this is empty. Now I've changed where I sit, so I can no longer see anything. This is here because this board is rotten. I need to redo it. See, I can't see anything from my chair there. My chair from there. So I'll have to move it to here. These are all very difficult things, you know. This one would be okay, I suppose. It's empty. It's because it's all over the ground. This one is full. Now, if I put it right here, I could see it. There, from my chair, I can see it. I'll also be able to see that one. And they're far enough apart that the birds won't bother each other. Now, see, my chair is in there, so it could see it if it was here. You know, all those hammocks look like clutter at this time of year. Clutter, 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 clutter. Oh, I have to plug in my Christmas lights too. This is supposed to go in there. Should do that. Okay, how does that look? Oh, look it! Christmas has broken. Those white lights are perfect, you know, they should go in the teepee. Are they perfect or are they ain't? Is they is or is they ain't? Yeah, this row is perfect. And this row is missing some. Alright, we will take it off of here. This is quite the slope here. Is they is or is they ain't? Some of those are no good. Now then, can I attach this to here? Okay. Only some of them work. These will go to the teepee to replace some that are not working. Clutter, clutter everywhere. My shutters. I like my shutters. Clutter, clutter everywhere. Big mess, big mess. And now, with all this plastic having blown off, I wonder what I shall find inside. Not too bad. I don't see wet everywhere. Look at that ice in the bucket. I got the ice in the bucket. That one's not frozen. Clutter, clutter everywhere. Blew everything, didn't it? This should go to the greenhouse, I guess. goes back in the house. Well, should they go in the house? They should go in the greenhouse, shouldn't they? Yes, greenhouse is a good place. Look at this. I have this whole thing. Uh-oh, brace yourself. Plastic never did get on there properly. What's this? Too awful to be out there. This is from my router. Needs to be cut into a shorter piece. Okay, well, do we accomplish anything out there? I don't know. Let's say goodbye. Bye. So how was it riding on my shoulders? Okay, I gotta push this. 1, 2. Hello. Okay, we're outside. We're gonna go for a walk. So you can see the world from this view. Sitting on my shoulders, you know. Look at that. There's snow on there. Wonder if there's ice on the car. You know how to tell if there's ice? You put a glass jar out. Well, that's ice inside there. But if it's freezing rain, put a glass jar out. And it will get covered in ice if it's freezing rain. That's certainly icy. I'll make this a short video on how to tell if it's icy, you see?